Think about the glory.
Oh! Went for glory.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Fintech Rewired. Today we're here with Danny from Cover Genius. Now, time to hit the shuffleboard table.
Fintech Rewired brings you some of the biggest names in the industry to discuss the future of embedded finance. But this isn't your average interview. We host these chats over games, and this season it's shuffleboard. Each player scores points by sliding their pucks into the scoring zones, then defending them against the competition. The highest score wins the game. It's simple. One industry leader, 3 games of shuffleboard, highest score wins. Let's play!
Danny, welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
To start off with, if you could give us a bit of a summary on Cover Genius, what you do and how you ended up in the world of embedded insurance.
So Cover Genius, we are the insurtech for embedded insurance, and what we do is to protect the customers of the world's largest digital companies. So we're available at Amazon, Booking.com, Skyscanner, and we partner with a whole different bunch of companies across a whole different bunch of verticals. What partners do is they integrate with our Xcover platform, and that enables them to offer any line of insurance in any geographic market from a single API call.
Yeah, I noticed obviously on your website you work with a wide variety of different clients within different industries. What is it that they all come to you for?
Often they're looking at their core metrics, and that typically revolves around customer acquisition, engagement, or loyalty, and they're looking to meet this overwhelming latent need from customers and desire to avoid that second step of purchasing insurance. It's 2022. There is no longer need from a risk perspective or a tech perspective for the insurance purchase to be decoupled from the purchase of the thing that you're trying to protect. So what we're looking to do is to embed that insurance distribution frictionlessly within the purchase path of the customers when they're dealing with their favorite brands.
Personally, if I was making a purchase, I would never think to go and look for insurance on top of that, but if it's embedded in the journey, obviously it makes it easier for the clients to then notice it and realize that they need it.
Absolutely. So I bought an example from a few years ago. I bought my engagement ring on the way to play golf, which was at the time seemed like a smart thing to do. But immediately after I'd picked it up, I was like, well, what do I do with this now? Do I call my home insurance? Do I add it on? I was in a car. If I had been able to, if the tech had existed then, to embed insurance and to meet me where I was, which was, dealing with the jewelers, then I would have been a much happier boy. So then maybe that's why I got into the business.
Yeah, well, risky business, bringing it on a golf trip with you.
It was. I think I went for the glove box in the end, but it was a sweaty game.
First game.
Let's
Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
Perfect. Do you want to go first or?
After you, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies first. Was that a perfect shot? Oh my gosh.
Right.
What?
That was much better than when we did the warm-up. I feel there's been a mistake.
Can't believe it.
Let's go. I'm gonna look like
This is going straight off, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I didn't know we were trash talking. Yeah. It's like sledging.
Game on now.
Don't miss out.
Oh my God, no. Okay, still good, still on the board.
Come on, Danny. We can do this.
That was a good shot.
Thank you.
Really good shot. It's kind of difficult when they're all in the middle because I just don't want to risk knocking my stellar shot off. We're holding back. Myself off, great.
Oh man. Just got to keep it steady for the win.
Good first game. I enjoyed that.
Outrageous.
One. With these different clients, obviously they come to you, their clients are coming to them and they're asking for this and they have a need for this.
Yes.
Is there a reason why they don't make this themselves or build this themselves?
It's taken us a long time to build out the capabilities that we have. That is going to take a company a long time to accomplish that. And we're dealing with the largest companies globally whose core business is not insurance. And insurance is quite a complex landscape to get caught up in, and it can very easily create a number of operational and regulatory complexities that partners would rather avoid. The alternative is a partnership with an insurtech such as Cover Genius, where a single set of commercial agreements and a single API call, and you're away to go.
Yeah, and what you touched on there, obviously, about insurance being complicated, I think that's definitely the case. We can all agree that whenever we've taken out insurance, who reads the full document, who understands the full document? So having someone that can simplify that is obviously crucial.
And yeah, nobody wants to read 30 pages of type 6 Arial anymore. I can't say I've ever done.
And with that complexity as well, I guess, is there ever a point where you feel that sometimes in different industries it can be harder to provide services to, where obviously the nature of the insurance is naturally more complex?
There's been additional complexity due to the fragmented nature of the supply chain. So you had insurers maybe in individual regions with risk appetites that were limited to certain product lines. So if you begin talking about a cross-border business such as a global travel business or in retail, one of our global retail partners, they might need 7, 8, 9, 10 different integrations in order to service an insurance line to their partners. The way that we overcame that is to, rather than having it like a single carrier approach, we partner with many carriers around the world. So we're able to overcome a lot of that complexity. And the model works for any verticals.
Yeah, it was me. I won that first one, but don't worry, you've got 2 more chances to come crawling back.
I'm back stronger.
Yeah, I'll let you go first this time, actually.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries.
Too eager.
I'm not sure whether it's easier to go first or second, but really getting into the hang of things.
Getting into this.
Oh, you got 4.
Yeah, let's do it for the guests. I just snuck that one in there while I was talking. I think if I talk while I do it...
Distracted me, yeah.
Oh no!
No. Okay, last shot, here we go. Oh, okay. Crawling across the board.
Okay, this time, come on.
You've got this.
Let's not
I
steal
believe in
loss
you.
from the jaws of victory. It's a draw.
Oh.
Like
Well, just keep playing until there's a winner. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a winner. I imagine travel is a big one. I know obviously with COVID and the pandemic, whenever you're booking a flight or you're booking a train ticket anywhere, there was always that worry of, oh, what if I can't go? What if something goes wrong?
Yes.
So I imagine the business must have massively, picked up and started booming, obviously during that time.
Through our analytics platform, we saw attach rates for travel insurance really take off naturally, as you'd expect. And an interesting use case was with Skyscanner. We saw attach rates going through the roof for travel bookings, but also what we observed were that many legacy policies were no longer fit for purpose. So for example, a traditional travel policy would not include coverages for pandemics. So if you got ill with the coronavirus itself, it wouldn't cover you. It wouldn't cover you if you failed a health check at an airport, like a PCR test. And also, there was a very present and true risk of airline insolvency. If you recall that, there was a huge turmoil and a lot of the airlines were going under. And none of these things were available for customers. And we were able to partner with Skyscanner to bring a first of its kind policy bundle to market in 8 weeks, which is something that, within the traditional infrastructure of insurance in days gone by would have taken at least a year. And so the way we were able to do that is by, working closely with the Skyscanner team and using our, ownership of the entire risk value chain to say, okay, let's start with the customer. Let's think about what their changing needs are. And let's go to work in producing some bespoke wordings that actually tailor our offerings to customers and what they need.
Okay, stepping up to the plate, here we go. I saw someone doing it before where they had a hand behind their back, and I'm not sure what that does.
I wondered why you've been doing that. Are you copying
it looked quite cool.
Okay, let's give it a go.
So maybe just try that and see what happens. Oh, this looks like an overshoot. How dare you?
Strategic.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy this. I feel like anything's better when you're playing the game. Oh no! Spoke too soon.
I need a really long room in my house so that I can get one. No!
Yeah, this would be a tricky game to fit.
Don't knock it off.
Oh wait, 0. Okay.
You have 1.
Where? Oh yeah, nice. You're just gonna knock it off though, aren't you?
More than 1 and knock off the end.
You're just gonna knock it off.
I'm not, because I'll mess that up.
All you've got to do is keep it on. Yeah, okay. So you win this one.
I did win this one.
So it is quite literally a tie. In terms of those trends, I suppose, I know for myself personally, if I'm buying a mobile phone that's worth, say, £1,000, I'm definitely going to put a couple pounds into insuring it. Versus with the flight example, if I'm buying a £40 flight somewhere, maybe I'm less likely to want to insure because I think, oh, it's £40. It's probably not as much of a risk, and it's okay if it does go wrong. So have you noticed any other such trends in consumer uptake or consumer behavior?
Yeah, sure. Ticketing is another example. So we work with Access, one of the largest ticketing agents globally. And much like broader travel, venue operators and promoters were struggling to find new ways for customers to bring customers back to market. You mentioned a £40 purchase, but I think the thing with the music industry specifically is that when you book shows today, you might be going in March 23. There's generally like a 9-month lead time. And pre-COVID, that wasn't really an issue. You just booked it, and you're always a bit annoyed that it wasn't for ages, but you booked it and that was fine. You look forward to it. Post-pandemic, 9 months suddenly started to feel like a really long time away. And you're thinking, hey, are we going to be in lockdown? Is the gig even going to be on? Will I be able to go? Will I fail the PCR test 2 days before? So attach rates we saw really take off in ticketing as well. It was important for us to be there and meet customers where they were and enable them to protect those tickets in path at point of purchase. But we saw similar drives there. And to your broader point across retail, I mean, yes, we through our retail partnerships with the likes of eBay and Wayfair and Flipkart and Shopee down in Southeast Asia, we see everything from mobile phones, traditional consumer electronics, headphones, etc., right the way through to sofas and furniture products, which maybe you think are traditional mainstay products, but you see people purchasing insurance for much lower value items and items that you might not expect
like what?
To purchase insurance on. We see appetite for insurance on things like candles. Now,
candles.
You think about a loss, fire, and theft damage against candles. So obviously we're not there for that. But there's appetite across any category you can imagine. Where there's a risk and where people have invested money, there's an appetite for insurance.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And I think we'll see more of that in the future as well. And with the future, I think embedded insurance it's becoming one of those hot topics, one of those buzzwords that everyone's kind of throwing about. If you had to look into your crystal ball and you had to predict the future, where do you see embedded finance and embedded insurance going in the next 5 years? There is
overwhelming evidence that consumers no longer want to take that second step to go and purchase insurance after the fact. We see in our research with retailers that 60% of customers would prefer to purchase insurance from their favorite brands, right? And yet 59% of customers were not offered insurance last time they purchased online. So there is a consumer need for it. We also know that there is commercial upside for the brands who choose to meet this need, in that just under 50% of customers say that they would increase their purchase frequency if insurance was offered at checkout. So they would make higher value purchases, they would have increased basket sizes, all core metrics to retailers. I speak about retail because that's kind of my area, but if we look at the broader market, we've talked at travel at length, but we see with our financial services providers that just under 80% of banking customers would be interested or highly interested in receiving offers from their app that were tailored to them. And these brands have the data points and the distribution channel that can help us all make the insurance journey as seamless as possible, as frictionless as possible. And the platform and the tech is there now that we provide that makes that post-distribution journey frictionless and easy too. Things like easy to understand wordings, like fully digitized claims experiences, payments within 3 days, all of those things. So I think that's certainly not going anywhere. If we look at the number one predictor for insurance purchase, overwhelming indicator is convenience. So customers just want to be met where they are, which is with their favorite brand. It's not on the phone to an insurer or going off on a separate journey. And I think that the embedded insurance paradigm will follow the broader fintech and embedded finance that has proceeded over the last 5 years. So I think, yeah, we will continue to grow at pace.
Definitely, I think that's such a good point as well. It's, you know, as you said before, we all have that fear of whenever we're making a large purchase or if we're going on holiday, there's that fear and panic of, is this gonna work? I mean, how many times have you made a large payment to someone and you've sat there thinking, oh, is this gonna arrive? Is something gonna go wrong? And even just having the ability to purchase some sort of insurance when you're making that payment, I think would make people just feel a lot more comfortable and more likely to process as well.
Absolutely. It gives me hives every time I make a transfer to our joint account.
Gosh,
Get my wife to read the account number and sort code so she's liable if it goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I reread the numbers over and over and over again. And even then, I think, what if I've blacked out for a moment and I've done it wrong? So having security, taking away the fear, I mean, that's what it all should be about.
Absolutely.
What's happening at the moment is that we are a bit of a standstill. It's a tie. I've won a few, you've won a few.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is try and get the puck as close to that black circle as possible.
Okay.
And whoever does it takes home the crown.
Excellent.
So I'm going to let you go first.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
No pressure. Now, given our pinpoint accuracy to date, I'm sure this should be a snitch.
Oh, okay.
Now they listen.
I'm actually quite nervous. Bit too timid.
Who's the skier in the British Olympic, the skiing film? Eddie the Eagle.
Oh, I saw that recently.
Yeah, I feel like Eddie the Eagle. This is my time. Everyone's laughing, and I'm like, no, I'm bringing it home.
I couldn't believe that was a true story.
Did he bring it home? I don't think he brought it home.
No, I don't think he came even close to bringing it home.
He just didn't die, and that was considered success. But that's going to be me at this game.
Comparing yourself to Eddie the Eagle, aiming high.
Look at that, just coming home for the win.
What? Okay. Can you just let me win?
Yes, if that's how it plays
No,
out.
don't. No, I want you to give it your all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not be giving tips to the competitor, please.
A little double kiss.
Or just knock yourself out, whatever you want to do. I mean, I don't even think I want to get it close because I don't want to knock it off. So I'm just going to do a bit of a flub and just
a bit of a tactical.
Yeah, block you so you can't get past. Is this your last one?
It is.
Okay, give it your all. Think about the glory.
Come on.
Eddie the Eagle.
You don't want to go home with joke.
You said it.
Oh! Went for glory.
I don't have to do anything. I mean, I might not even use that. I'm just gonna just go for it. Boom.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I think I won. I mean, I did win.
It was a pleasure playing.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Thanks for being on the show and thanks
worries.
for playing. And sorry that I had to win, but it needed to be done.